Police for emergency. We need a lot of ambulances at the Round Post Office. What's the problem? Somebody's in here shooting everybody. Oh, God, somebody's in the post office shooting everybody.
We see a lot of students who will stomp out of the door, who will kick the door, students who are yelling, and it does make you feel uncomfortable. It makes you feel worried.
When you tell them no, they get angry. They'll yell at you. I've never been directly threatened, but there's a threatening tone to their voice.
It's scary being a student and even working at a school sometimes.
Do we know what's going on? And I just got a text from her that she's very distraught. She needs some help. And we worked together. I contacted public safety here, and we contacted local law enforcement.
I got kind of anxious. Wasn't sure where the situation was going to go from there. It can happen anywhere.
Dear MCCC family, I am Kojo Quarte, president of MCCC. At Monroe County Community College, student success within an environment of safety and security is our priority number one. We take tremendous pride in our college, and in many ways we create futures for our students. We strive continually to ensure that students, employees, and guests on our campus have that sense of belonging. Our diversity, equity, and inclusion plan. As we see incidents of violence at schools and workplaces, we want to affirm to all of our students, faculty, contractors, and community that our culture and commitment is to keep all of us safe. To assure campus safety, we have developed the MCCC Workplace Violence Prevention Program. It is a system geared towards prevention. We have a trained threat assessment team coordinated by our Safety Services Chief, working with our administration, deans, human resources, and threat assessment experts. Their role is to assess reported threats and to take protective actions to manage them. We have learned from other college and workplace violence incidents that there were often warning signs displayed by angry people before an incident of violence occurred. You have a role in our safety. If you see something, say something. Reporting threats that you see gives us the opportunity for a preventative intervention. We don't want the pain that has affected other educational institutions to visit ours. Our Workplace Violence Prevention Program is our commitment to your safety and to our educational family.
I am Linda Torbett, Director of Human Resources. MCCC is committed to having a caring culture. This means that we all care for and help one another. There has been a lot of change and uncertainty in our country lately. Some of our students and employees may be experiencing some school, work, life stressors that can affect them. These may be school pressures, family stress, financial problems, or feelings of interpersonal doubt or sadness. It is important then for all students and employees to know that MCCC wants to help anyone who may be acting in intimidating ways or having personal problems. Prevention means that we take each threat seriously and report it. We want to try to help them help themselves. We want to reduce the chance that a person with a personal problem does not become a problem person. If you see people showing upsetting behaviors of concern, please let us know. To help any employee who may be having difficulties coping with their personal or professional lives, we have an EAP, Employee Assistance Program. For students, we have relationships with many helping counseling resources. While students or coworkers may feel awkward referring a peer who may be distressed, sharing your concerns about them, reflects our inclusive, caring culture. The call that you make to human resources, safety services, a supervisor, an instructor, or a member of the threat assessment team may be a way to help a troubled individual to get a referral to a lifeline for help and a better life. We are here for you, and we want to help.
I am Gerald McCarty, Dean of Student Services. Our workplace violence prevention program is a means to foster an environment free from fear and intimidation, so education and learning can thrive. We must all take responsibility to make our own campus as safe as possible. At MCCC, we want to identify behaviors of concern and manage situations of potential harm. Everyone must participate in this process. We can't stress this enough. If you see something, say something, and do something. For imminent threats or acts of aggression, please call 911. It's up to all of us to have a safe campus.
I am Troy Cox, Chief of Safety Services. Our number one priority is the safety of all students, faculty, and visitors. Our workplace violence prevention program is a shared commitment to protect us all. This program is coordinated by our Workplace Violence Threat Assessment Team. This team will assess reported threats and try to manage all threats which are brought to our attention. Our team of experienced security professionals practice tactical training, emergency alerts, emergency response plans, active assailant drills, monitoring cameras, lockdown capabilities, access control, key card installations, security patrols, and we have direct radio communication with local law enforcement for quick response. We will respond 24/7 to manage any threats that are reported to us or to administration. Together, we will promote a safe and secure campus.
When the student was denied, she sent an email expressing that she was going to come to the school and picket, and she had other threatening statements in her email toward me.
Had made comments about wanting to hurt themselves or others.
We live in an age of rage. This harsh reality has resulted in acts of workplace violence and active shooter incidents. People who act violently may include disgruntled coworkers, domestic partners, opportunistic criminals, the mentally ill, customers, or contractors. Many perpetrators often display warning signs before they commit their acts of violence. We call this emotional leakage. Today, we will be showing you examples of warning signs using some real-life situations. Possible warning signs may include veiled, conditional, or direct threats of harm to others, threats of homicide or suicide, fascination with weapons, explosives, or guns. Other warning signs we may see is when somebody externalizes blame for their problems. The shooter at Virginia Tech blamed people in society as forcing him to commit his murderous act, when in fact, none of these individuals even knew him at all.
You had 100 billion chances in the ways to have avoided today, but you decided to spill my blood. You forced me into a corner and gave me only one option. The decision was yours. Now you have blood on your hands that will never wash off.
Some may talk about revenge and display a sense of narcissism or bitterness. They seem to be collecting injustices, and they may name specific targets they may want to shoot. Before the shooter at the University of Santa Barbara, California, went on a shooting rampage, he expressed his feelings of anger, alienation, and rage in his self-made video entitled Day of Retribution.
It all has to come to this. Tomorrow is the day of retribution. The day in which I will have my revenge against humanity, against all of you. For the last 8 years of my life, ever since I've hit puberty, I've been forced to endure an existence of loneliness, rejection, and unfulfilled desires, all because girls have never been attracted to me. I will punish all of you for it.
Some shooters had hit lists naming people they wanted to target and harm. The shooter at UCLA killed one professor and a female acquaintance he had on his hit list.
Police in Minnesota are now talking about a possible hit list that the alleged UCLA shooter may have had. Los Angeles police say Manak Sarkar killed mechanical engineering professor William Klug in an office on campus before taking his own life. Minnesota authorities said they were asked by the LAPD to perform a welfare check on a woman who was possibly connected to the shooting. Officers also finding the woman dead with a gunshot wound.
Some shooters reference other perpetrators who've committed violent acts or may identify with extremist, paramilitary, or violent religious ideological groups. Some violent individuals may become the lone wolf who may act out the hate ideology of an extremist group. They may display threats on social media, drawings, emails, or blogs. The shooter at the Oregon Community College wrote on his website about his fascination with the Irish Republican Army. He also referenced other acts of workplace shootings, including Columbine and the shootings of the TV reporter and photographer.
Some of his social media accounts glorify the Irish Republican Army and criticize organized religion. In August, he commented on the killer of 2 Roanoke, Virginia journalists. Seems the more people you kill, the more you're in the limelight.
Some people may display some of these warning signs, but they do not act violently. What often pushes them over a threshold of impulse control to then act violently is a precipitating loss. We call this an ignitive variable. Such losses may include domestic conflicts, loss of a house, finances, diagnosis of a serious illness, loss of a loved one, loss of a job. As a result of being fired, an employee at the Henry Pratt Manufacturing Company shot several people, including the human resources manager, the plant manager, the union chairman, and a human resource intern.
The 15-year employee was fired, I'm told, a couple of weeks ago. He returned thinking he'd potentially be reemployed. When that didn't happen, he began firing. It ended when officers confronted the suspect, exchanged fire, and killed him.
In most workplace shootings, attackers often displayed warning signs before they acted. If you see something, say something.
Report that the post office has a shooter, trying to get further information. Or the post office has a shooter. Now, he's still in here shooting people.
And they were being very stern, started to pick up their tone a little bit. Just by listening, you could tell that they were really upset.
I had a student come to me with unwanted attention, and I wanted to know if it was a stalking situation. She came to me and said that, look, we broke up and I don't know how he's going to react.
It's a different world today, and we have to take everything that you say at face value.
Active shooter events are extreme acts of violence. Few of us are prepared for the terror of active shooter events. Because most of us have not had exposures to intense violence, we do not know what to do in that kind of situation. We do not have a plan. Preparedness is a mindset that will help you best survive one of these events. We want to share with you choices you may want to consider. So if you're ever involved in an active shooter event, be it at work, in a mall, your house of worship, or a public space, you may know what to do. Please know that we do not expect, require, or take the position that any employee should violently fight back against criminal assailants. That should always be an individual's decision. However, Employees may not have that option unless they know the possible choices on how to react with defensive strategies. Realize that active shooters are not robbers. A robber wants to rob you of your money, your jewelry, your car. An active shooter wants to rob you of your life. While passivity may be a good strategy during a robbery, it's not a good strategy during an active shooter event. Knowing that your life is at stake is a great motivator to impel you to do actions you might not normally consider. Active shooter events happen quickly. When seconds count, you must act. Freezing is not a good survival choice. In active shooter events, the Department of Homeland Security suggests that your actions may be to run, to hide, to fight. The choices discussed in this video are for expanding your awareness of what actions to consider. We want to try to empower you so you can replace fear with confidence. This video will provide you with information about how to develop a survival plan, how real people often react during real shooting incidents, tactical survival choices you may want to consider, situational awareness skills, how and when to run, hide, or fight, what to do in that time gap while waiting for the police to arrive, and the importance for you to take action. While you cannot plan for every situation, and there are no guarantees of successful outcomes, your survival may be improved by understanding these techniques. Now, let's look at a real active shooter incident that occurred at a Bay County School Board meeting in Panama City, Florida. Think about what you would do if you were in this situation. There are aspects of this shooting incident that may be distressing to some viewers. However, with that caution in mind, we feel that the value of this video lies in educating you in this safe training setting in how real people reacted during a real shooter incident. You will observe how some board members froze, some tried to negotiate, and one tried to disarm the gunman. We will then assess possible survival choices the board members may have had to consider to better recognize danger, seize survival opportunities to try and protect themselves, and to take action.
My motion is that everybody in this room, except them assholes behind that counter, hit the road. You stay. Leave. You may leave, you may leave.
Dean, he told you
Women can leave. 6 men stay. Everyone else leaves.
Hey, sir. John, just let him talk. He's talking. John, go ahead.
That's my wife.
Who's your wife? School board didn't have anything to do with it.
No, Ginger. No, Ginger.
Oh.
Ginger, go on. Ginger, yes. Is it all right if she helps her out?
Hey, we didn't. Wait a minute. Not the school board.
Sir, I don't know who you are.
I'm just going to help her.
Still don't know.
See, I'm going to die today. Fired my wife.
Can we talk for a minute?
No.
Just.
I've already been to prison.
May I ask you a question?
I've already been to prison.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm going to die today. Who's your wife? Rebecca. Duke.
Sir, I don't know her.
Fired her back in January. Our
Work in this building?
She worked at the school board. She worked elementary.
John, get out.
You see, our benefits have run out. See what I'm saying?
Please explain to us, sir. Just explain to us.
I'm not sure
We're gonna
where
talk to you.
she worked.
We'll talk to you.
I'm either going to the grave or going to prison.
Hey, listen to me. Look here. I'm a good guy.
I know you are.
I've got a lot with my wife and family. I don't need to die. In the school board here, we just try to do what's best for children. I've been in the system. I was a principal 11 and a half years. I've got a great wife. I've been married to her 40 years. I've got 2 great boys. Please, just talk to us. If I can help you get your wife a job somewhere else, I'll be glad to do that.
She was fired.
I believe that you said that, but what did she do? But listen, I'm the one that signed the paper, right? Okay. I don't remember, and I don't know who she is. But let them go. I'm the one that did it. I mean, they don't sign the papers. I'm the only one that signs them. Will you let them go? I mean, but you're obviously upset at me. So why are they here? Part of what? Sir, I don't know what you...
You ran just to stop taxes, okay? You said, we don't need no taxes.
No, that's not what we said.
Then as soon as you gutted the school system, then you turned around and said, oh, now we need this half-cent sales tax again.
I said we needed a half-cent sales tax from the very beginning. I campaigned on that. Oh, yes, I did. You can look on the material. I said from the beginning the half-cent sales tax is the most equitable way because everybody pays it, not just property owners. Look, see, here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want anybody to, just listen to me for a minute. I don't want anybody to get hurt, and I've got a feeling that what you want is the cops come in and kill you because you're mad, because you said you're going to die today. But why? This isn't worth it. This is a problem. Please don't. Please don't. Please. Oh.
I'm going to
As we just saw, active shooter events are characterized by fear, chaos, confusion, loud noises, and seriously injured or killed people. Mental preparation will help prevent you from freezing. Your survival plan depends upon your being mentally prepared to assess what's happening, recognize danger, determine your best survival actions given your limited choices, understand your own possible fight, freeze, or flight reactions, and you must act. The Department of Homeland Security suggests your best actions are to run, to hide or shelter in place, or fight or engage the assailant. Remember, freezing is not a good choice. Know that it usually takes about 4 to 15 minutes for law enforcement to get to the scene. This means that you are the first responder. Law enforcement are second responders. You, available coworkers, visitors, and contractors must try to work together, develop a plan to survive, take action until the police arrive. The first step in developing a survival strategy is paying attention to your surroundings. This is what we call situational awareness. It entails scanning your environment for threats, recognizing people or things that do not fit in, identifying escape routes, exits, and opportunistic weapons, looking for potential hiding places, paying attention to your own fight or flight, gut reactions. When faced with being attacked, you may have a fight, flight, or freeze reaction. Some people may freeze, cry, pray, or do nothing. Others may be in denial. Others may be energized to act. Understanding how you may react will increase your mental preparedness and improve your chances to survive. When seconds count, you may have to weaponize yourself and decide to fight the attacker. Survival is seizing opportunities. If at all possible, escaping the danger zone is your best option. Can you escape safely? Leave your belongings behind. Try and help others and have a plan for the disabled. Do not move or treat the wounded. Call 911 when it is safe to do so, and then follow the instructions of the police. There are times when running may not be your best option. These may include when running may take you into the path of the shooter. You cannot run because of a disability. Your clothes or shoes make running impossible. If running is not an option, you may need to hide, lock down, or seek cover. Find the location out of sight of the shooter. Lock the door. If the door opens inward, barricade it with heavy furniture or objects. If the door opens outward, use something to secure the hinges at the top of the door or the handle so it cannot be easily opened from the outside. Turn off the lights, radios, and ringer on your phones. Call 911. Remain in place until the police come and announce all clear. If the shooter is close to you, you may decide to fight the gunman. Fighting may be your best option when you're able to set up an effective ambush, your lockdown has been breached, you notice the shooter has a weapon malfunction, is reloading, or the shooter sets down his weapon or turns his back on you. Remember, action is always faster than reaction. Your decision to attack the gunman may confuse, surprise, upset his rhythm, and give you a tactical advantage. Quickly identify possible items to use as opportunistic weapons to defend yourself and attack the shooter. Try to work together as a team to disable or disarm the gunman. As a team, swarm or rush the gunman by grabbing his or her arms, legs, and/or head. Try to hit the hand holding the weapon, pushing it downward. What you do matters.
During an active shooter, obviously you want to keep yourself safe, keep other members safe, but you've also have to watch for opportunities to possibly eliminate the situation. That doesn't mean you've got a gun. That doesn't mean you're going to shoot back at someone. But if the opportunity arises where you can possibly disarm someone or lock a door where they ultimately get locked in a room that you know they can't get out of, you've got to subside some of your fears and look for opportunities to survive. And some of those opportunities are probably going to come to you. You've just got to know what just got presented to you and be able to react with the situation that just got presented. Could you be hurt? Absolutely. But if you don't take the opportunity to help or try and eliminate a situation that might be presented to you, you have no idea what the latter outcome may be or whose life you might have saved.
Given the tactical choices we discussed, let's revisit the Bay County School Board shooting video. This could happen anywhere. It's important to have a plan. Let's consider what survival options the board members may have had. Notice while watching this next video, Ginger, the board member dressed in white, hits the gunman with her opportunistic weapon, her purse. While the gunman was focused on Ginger, he turns his back to the board members and points his gun downward. When the gunman's back was turned away from the board members, he was only 3 feet away from them. That was probably their best opportunity to try to run or to attack the gunman by swarming him or using opportunistic weapons such as a chair, book, or gavel to attack him. In this next video, notice that after Ginger leaves, the gunman starts walking down the stairs and he turns his back to the members of the board. When the gunman's back is turned and he's walking down the stairs, he's now about 6 to 8 feet away from the board members. This created an opportunity for the board members to try and flee or to swarm the gunman from behind and to try knocking him down the stairs. In the next video, the board members try to negotiate and de-escalate the gunman.
Please explain to us, sir. Just explain to us.
I'm not sure where she worked.
We'll talk to you.
I'm either going to the grave or going to prison.
Hey, listen to me. Look here. I'm a good guy. I've got a lot with my wife and family. I don't need to die. In the school board here, we just try to do what's best for children. I've been in the system. I was a principal 11 and a half years. I've got a great wife. I've been married to her 40 years. I've got 2 great boys. Please, just talk to us. If I can help you get your wife a job somewhere else, I'll be glad to do that.
She was fired.
I believe that you said that, but what did she do? Wait, listen. I'm the one that signed the paper, right? Okay. I don't remember, and I don't know who she is. But let them go. I'm the one that did it. I mean, they don't sign the papers. I'm the only one that signs them. Will you let them go?
While the negotiations were unsuccessful, this tactic and Ginger's intervention did buy time, allowing local law enforcement to arrive at the scene. In the next video, notice that even when the gunman raises his weapon and begins shooting, some of the board members seem to freeze. They did not duck, throw anything at him, or attempt any counterattack measures.
This is a problem. Please don't. Please don't. Please. I'm going to
Those board members not ducking may have been experiencing an emotional freeze reaction. They did not have a plan during this incident. With the exception of Ginger, they did not act. They did not use the survival tactics of run, hide, or fight. In any active shooter situation, you must always develop a plan, know that seconds count, seize opportunities to survive, be mentally prepared to use opportunistic weapons, work as a team, know which tactics to choose given your distance from the assailant, and you must act.
We see a landscape of social unrest and uncertainty. The world is changing with new and more frequent threats. We must be prepared. We want to empower MCCC students and employees with the confidence and skills to manage whatever opportunities and risks the future may hold. Embracing one another and acting as a caring educational family are keys to keeping us all safe. It is also a way to prevent the pain and anguish that violence may cause. Our Workplace Violence Prevention Program is our pledge to you that we are doing everything possible to try to assure your safety. We want you to go home every night to the people you love and to the people who love you. Thank you.